What's going on, y'all? Welcome back once again to the Pound for Pound Boxing channel. I'm your boy Mac, and today we will be discussing and breaking down our opinions on why father and son duos do not work in the sport of boxing. Of course, it has its exceptions, but we are mainly here to discuss on why they are mostly unsuccessful. As usual, I will be handing this over to my co-hosts. Now, let's talk boxing.
Welcome back to the Pound for Pound Boxing channel. My name's Eric.
And I'm Alex.
And today we will be talking on why father and son duos don't work in boxing. Of course, there is some exceptions, but I just feel like people like Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, they do good. They're solidified. They become world champions, but the minute they face adversity, it's almost like they can't get past that point. And to me, it seems like who's in their corner. We really got to look at who's in the fighter's corner at the moment.
And I just feel like, if the fathers are in it, it kind of gives pressure. It puts pressure onto the fighters. Like, for example, look at Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Some people, in my opinion, Devin Haney didn't go too far on the trash talk against Ryan Garcia. But Bill Haney made it more worse than what it is, trying to say he will kill. He's going to send his son to kill Ryan in the ring. And I just feel like fathers could be bad luck in certain situations.
And that puts a lot of pressure on the sons because they got to really live up to the word of the father. You know what I mean? You don't want to disappoint your father.
Yeah.
Like, you could disappoint the fans. You could disappoint those who watch you. But the last person you want to disappoint is your father. And I feel like that's so much pressure on your shoulders right there. And, of course, you got the whole world watching you. Another thing, too, is we look back to Jaron Ennis, who fought a couple weeks ago. We look at his father when he was fighting Karen. All he was saying was get him out of there. Everything from round 4 and up, get him out of there, get him out of there, get him out of there. And I don't know if it's a pride or an ego thing, but it's just bad for boxing, man. You got to be able to tell your son, hey, do this, come after the jab, come behind, the body shots, whatever. But it just seems like they just tell them what they want to hear instead of telling them what they need to hear.
And that's the positive thing about having a normal coach, is that a coach will tell you what you need to hear. The father will tell you what you want to hear, and he'll defend you to the very end. A coach is going to tell you how it is. Look at Tommy Fury and his father, John Fury. John Fury puts a lot of pressure on Tommy Fury, saying all this and that. But look how he has Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has success, and he becomes heavyweight champion. Someone like Tommy Fury, who, if he were to have lost to Jake Paul, he wouldn't even been a Fury, supposedly.
I have a feeling that, Tyson Fury sometimes tells his dad, hey, stop.
Yeah.
He puts a stop to it because he knows it's just too much sometimes. I feel like fathers sometimes live in their children. It's almost like they once wanted to be a boxer. They wanted to be a superstar. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. So they send their children out. They become successful. And then they want to get in the cameras. They want to get in the limelight. Yeah. John Fury, Danny Garcia's father, Teofimo Lopez Sr. You know what I mean? All these guys trash talk. And I get it. No one else knows you as good as your father. Yeah. That's the person that's going to get you up out of the morning when you don't want to do it. And he's going to be on you 1,000%. He's always going to motivate you. He's always going to encourage you. And he's always going to tell you that he believes in you. But at the same time, again, someone like Teofimo Lopez, someone like Devin Haney, someone like Boots Ennis, if they had an experienced coach in their corner telling them, hey, you're messing this up, son. You're blowing it. That's when they come back into reality. They get humbled. And I seen Virgil Ortiz's father. He said it best.
The best example.
He said, I love training my son. I love being in his corner, but I'm not afraid to step aside. He brought in Robert Garcia, and look how much Virgil Ortiz has improved since then.
Exactly.
It's almost like he knows that it's for the best.
It's a good thing that Virgil's father he gave the keys to Robert Garcia. He needs an experienced coach like that. Robert Garcia having multiple world champions. So it improves Virgil as a fighter overall, and it keeps him more focused than having someone like his father in his corner to give him that pressure that could be his downfall.
And to look at the positive side, of course, like I said, there are some people that you can't take that away. Floyd Mayweather, at the end of his career, he was back with his father, and he was never touched. In the end of your career, the last thing you want is CTE, brain damage, and Mayweather showed it best that it's about hit and not getting hit. But at the same time, even Mayweather didn't always have his father in his corner. I remember times where Floyd Sr. would go against Mayweather, like in the Ricky Hatton or Oscar De La Hoya fights.
Yep.
He'd go against his own son. But it's almost like Floyd Mayweather Jr. took that as a challenge. He said, instead of putting that pressure on my shoulders, I'm going to beat my father at his own game.
Pride
exactly. Thing. You also got people like Vasily Lomachenko or Daniel Dubois, where even though they've taken losses, they've been able to bounce back I think the major differences there is those dads really get into the sport of boxing. They don't care about being in the cameras. They don't care about making a fool out of themselves. What they care about is their child. They care about learning the
Their
sport.
safety and everything.
Their safety. They learn of the sport. They take classes. They learn from other coaches. And I feel like at the end of the day, that's what makes boxing boxing. Sometimes you could have your father in your corner and be great. But at the end of the day, they got to try to be great as well, not just the child.
Of course, you know, there's two sides of that coin. You either have a good father that will step aside and tell you how it is, or you'll have a bad father.
You got to be humble. Let us know what you guys think down below. Do you guys think father and son duos is a good move in boxing? Or do you guys think that they need to just move on and get better people in their corner? Thank you again for tuning in. My name's Eric.
And I'm Alex.
And I'm your boy, Mac. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Pound for Pound Boxing channel. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we're out.